thank you for joining me. Today we are going to go over some placement of signs. And the first we're going to start with is, I saw your father yesterday, and then is I see your father this way, then yesterday, which you place the thumb on the side and then rotate back. He, which you point in this direction, it could be he, she, it is still the same direction to the side. He drive new, or actually a car, and say a new car, but whether you're saying driving or the car, either way, it's still this way. Okay, now we're doing yesterday. I went to the restaurant, the museum, and the movie. Okay, so yesterday I go movie, go the R restaurant, and go museum. It's from the top and then down. All right, the next one is I have book. It is interesting. And also to explain, in the deaf world, they don't say words like it, the. It is basically book, interesting. It's not like the English language. It's like I went to the store and I bought this cookie, and it's like jaw drawn out. They're just direct and to the point. Book, interesting, finish, period, basically. And that's that. So if some of these sentences sound kind of funny, like you're not completing your sentence, that's because in the deaf world, things are just direct and to the point. It's not the and about and like drawn out other words. It's just, this is just what it is, period. Which is actually kind of nice. It's like, get direct and to the point. All right. So it's book, have, like, or interesting. You use both fingers for interesting, and you do it this way. Or just that you like the book. And now we're going into areas that are like past, present, and future. So one is see, which we do this a lot in the music, is you see, whether it's I see you. Yesterday, I see. And last night I see is the past, last night, see. This morning I see, it's now morning, see. See, it's not all drawn out, well, this morning, and it's just now, right now, this morning, I see. And then I saw is still the same as I saw, period. And then I saw before. Actually, you're going to reverse the words, and it's going to be before I saw. So you're saying I saw before, but you're saying before first. And tomorrow I see. So tomorrow, see I. I know it could be kind of mind-boggling because it's not the way the English language is taught, but in the deaf world, like I said, it's direct and to the point, and it's basically tomorrow, see I, done. And next week I see this sign is for many things. You could say when you say I will, you know you will, but it's also meaning future as well. So next week I see is future week, see I. And then now, night I see, like tonight I see, it's just now, night, see I. Then I will see, I, and then will, like I was saying, will, future, and then see. And now we're going to go into verb directionality, like directed as a certain person, certain thing. I love you. It's the same as the English language. It's just I love you. Directed at that person. And I understand mother is I understand mother on the chin. And then she wants car. And now we're going to start reverse the words, and it's car, she, you point in the opposite direction, then want. And then when you say I see him, her, it, whatever it may, or whoever it may be, it's I see, and then you point in the opposite direction, whether it's a him, her, what have you. And then for you tell, like if you're asking someone or telling someone, either way, it doesn't matter if it's a question or a direct order, it's just tell you. Basically, I'm telling you, rather have you told, or it's just tell you, period. And also, whether it's a guy or girl, and you're saying they're following, is he or she, either way, and then follow. I've even done that in songs where it's talking about the father chasing you or following, or it's the same sign. And you see me, it's you see me. And I help you. Well, I'll just start with the first one. I don't want to get too far ahead. Starting with I help you is your hand on the bottom and then like your fist on top. And you direct forward at them, help you. And then if you're saying for them, if you're asking to help, you're saying help me, it's the same sign but directed back at yourself. And if you're saying like he helps her, she helps him, either way, it's the same sign but he helps her or she helps him. And now we're going to statements that ask questions. Like, are you hungry? And it's simply just you hungry. But just this downward motion, you just do once, because doing it twice has another sign, and we'll get into that later, but you don't want to do that sign. And do you want to go to a movie? It's movie, want you. Basically asking, do you want to go to a movie? But it's like I said, in the deaf world, their language is just straightforward. It's not a drawn out, do you want to, and when, and how, or why. It's just movie, want, you. And then now we're going to go into just some simple words that are just question words. Like who. If you're asking somebody what, kind of like, what do you want? Or what shall I do? You could do a shrug and you move your hands like, what? And why, which I've shown this before, but it's from the head and then down to the Y. Because like in the alphabet, it's W, X, Y. So you do from the head down and then you do the Y. Why not? Why me? And then where, like where are we going? It's just shaking your pointer finger in this direction, like where, go, where, and who. And then when is your two pointer fingers direct, and then you rotate them. Like when, go, when, now, and then which, like you're asking which one, is your thumbs up, and you're just doing these directions. You want this one or this one? Which day we go? Stuff like that. Okay, now we're getting into more sentence type questions. Why didn't you eat last night? And then you're going to start with the last part of the question first. So last night is past. And then night, eat, not you. So you're asking, why didn't you eat last night? That's past, night, eat, not you. In asking, which do you want? You start out with coffee, or you're asking if someone wants coffee or tea. You start out with coffee, tea, which one? Simple as that. There's nothing drawn out, anything like that. Okay, in this statement, I didn't go because it rained. And you say I, go, not, and then rain. Not, you don't have to say because, or actually it's why, and then rain. So I, go, not, why, rain. Okay. And I went by plane, like you're saying, you're traveling, whatever, and you're saying you went by plane. You say I. And this is the plane, doing it down like this is the plane sign. And then you flat, when you're talking about a plane landing, you do like this, like it would do actually when it lands. It goes, so I landed, or I plane go, when you say you went by plane. And to ask the question, why didn't you tell me, is you tell me not why. And now just going into basic statements, like you're just telling someone, I know you. You tell me. She likes the movie, is basically what you're saying, but it's she. And your two fingers here, like, in movie. And you're saying you're giving a book, it's book, and then out forward. Book, give. If you're saying, give me the book, it's book, and then back into you. It's simple as that. Okay. I bought a new red car, which of course you wouldn't say that long sentence in sign. It's just new red car bought I. Okay, and this is a long one. It's saying, I really enjoy living in that big old house. So you're going to start with house, or large, that it's large, and that it's old, and living there. And you're happy because you enjoyed it. Or happy, I'm sorry, I was doing please. Happy. And then you say me. And that it's true. When you say you really, you're saying I truly enjoy living in the large red house. And to say I'm scared of thunder and lightning. Lightning is doing the strikes like it does. And then shaking, the thunder is shaking. And you know, I've done that in music too, like the shake and roll of thunder. And that it scares you. So you're saying lightning, thunder, scares I. The next one is I felt better after I took the medicine. It's your middle finger, and it's medicine. And this would be like a peel. If you take a peel and you put it towards your mouth, finish. So the medicine, you took the pill, finish, then felt better I. Like I said, you have to reverse the sentence sometimes, because it's how they do in the deaf world. The next sentence is, I was happy when no one was hurt when the plane landed. So we'll do the, like I said, the airplane landing, safe, people, pain, none, happy, I. Okay, the next one is there's an old man in the White House on the farm. So we're going to do farm, there, house, white. You just grab from here and like splattering some white paint. In, man, old. So you're saying the old man in the White House on farm. The next one is I was exhausted when I arrived at the... By the time I arrived at the hotel in New York. So doing New York is doing the Y like this and sliding across your hand. I know you would think you would do, you can do in and then Y, but the easier is just like that for New York. Okay, there. And hotel, because it's rising. Arrive. Like you'll see me in the videos sometimes, like going to heaven. I'll say you arrive at heaven. But you keep it in front of you when you say you're just arriving somewhere. It's just like that. You arrived. Finished. Tired. I. And now we're going to do pronouns. My. It's just different. I, you just point at yourself, and my is just my. And like I was saying earlier, his, hers, it is always pointing, whether you're doing this hand or this hand, pointing in the opposite direction for his, her, she, stuff like that. And then yours is yours. Our is the same hand thing, but around, our. And myself is you'll take your pointer finger and then do a circle. Only you alone. Him, whether it's himself, herself, it's the thumb up and then in their direction, in that direction. And then yourself. They, when you're talking about like however many people, you just point and kind of move the hand like a lot of people. There, it's kind of the same thing. And then themselves is the thumb, them, but you move it, themselves. They go themselves. And another statement, I want to go to the movie, is movie, go, want, I. And a question, do you like to watch TV? It's just putting your thumb in between here. For the T is then TV, look, and done, is finished. So it's TV, look. And it's asking, do you like to watch TV? and like, I missed that one. And you're, like, if you're saying, I told him, you're telling someone I told him, it's just tell, finish. And to ask, you told him, you're asking someone if they told. It's just tell, finish, you. And did you tell him? It's just tell, finish, and that's it. There's no long drawn out question. And if the question is like, did I tell him? It's just tell, finish, I. If you're saying, I didn't tell him, it's tell, not I. And with the thumb, you're under your chin, not. And then I. And telling someone they can't go, you just go, can't, you. Their language is a little bit simpler, actually. Once the brain starts to be able to switch from English to sign, their language is actually pretty simple. There's no, like I said, drawn out, the, and, or whatever. It's just, you go, can't, you're done. And to say, like, if you know, it's just your hand up to you, you know. Or if you say you don't know, it's just don't know. But you swerve it out a little, like, I don't know. And like I showed you, the like is your middle finger and the thumb. You like. But if you don't like anything, you do the like and drop it. Like, nope. And want is want. But when you don't want anything, you still do the want sign, but turn it. It's like, nope. And if you say, I want to go to the movie tomorrow, it's the side over here, but not the chin, but the side is tomorrow. Go, movie, want. And I. And to say, I hope it clears up this afternoon, you say now, afternoon, clear, and hope. And to ask someone, can you read lips? It's your two fingers bent into your lips, and you do a rotation. That's read lips. And then can and you. Read lips, can you. And to say, I will never tell, is tell, never, you know, like I say, you go from here down, never will I. And we're going into plurals, like books, you do book, but over to the side, like there's several books. Nights, it's like this, but along several nights. And then trees, which I think I showed this in the other video. You start over here and you shake your hand and you go all the way across. Several trees. Now, and this is, yes, this is the last one for this video, that is. We're going to get into religious signs. And one is adultery, like with some people, or preachers, excuse me, when they're preaching, if they're talking about adultery. And it's this, your fist, and then, let's see how, oh, your two fingers, and it's touching this way. And I'll show you this, that finger and like that, if you ever have to use that sign. And that came up because I'm just going through A's right now for the religious signs, and then we'll go down the alphabet. And then altar is your two thumbs, and it's across and down. It's even been done in songs. I come to the altar. Angel, you put your hands here and then out. Angel's wings. Anoint, the drop, kind of like a dropping on the head, anoint. Let's see, apostle, it's your thumbs like this, and back and forth, your apostle. And to atone, it's kind of the same thing, but you're rotating instead of just dropping. And then attitude, you take your right hand and your thumb, and you put it on the shoulder and kind of like a flick. You're like attitude. You have an attitude. And authority, you hold your arm out and you do go, but you go from the shoulder to the arm, authority. But it's still with the thumb. But it's not the same as attitude. You just go like from the shoulder to your forearm. And that's it for today. There'll be more on the next video. Thank you.